What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past few days, where there has been an abundance amount of news coming out. I'm very tired, but you know what? I'm going to do this because I absolutely love it, and I want to give you guys my opinion, and of course give you guys the updates around Barcelona. Every bit of detail that's come out over the past few days, I have it. I'm going to be covering it and giving you guys all the information. Firstly, Messi's return to La Liga is just a green light away. Ilkay Gundogan on the verge of completing his move to Barcelona. Vitor Roque deal now is entering in a very important stage. Barcelona now have to travel to Brazil to negotiate for his transfer, but there is a few backup options that Barcelona do have lined up in the event they don't end up signing Vitor Roque. We have updates on player sales on Ansu, Raphinha, Ferran, Franck Kessie, Jordi Alba, some exits of new rumors around Pablo Torre, players staying like Gavi, Abde, Eric Garcia, injury updates on Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Christensen, Dembele, La Liga General Assembly happening later on today, big meeting for Barcelona to hopefully get the green light for Messi, how the club wanted to reduce the salary of the entire club, not just the first team footballing side. Everyone was going to get a salary reduction. We had the updates on that. We even have updates on the possible mosaic that we will see this weekend against Atletico Madrid, and also how we could play the Joan Laporta trophy somewhere else next season, and even a friendly that could be taking place in the next few weeks. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. Also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, before we get into the video, this video is sponsored by Number One Foot. Number One Foot is one of the best jersey football replica websites on the market. They have a variety of items at fantastic prices. I have here some with me. Firstly is the home kit for this season. Excellent quality. The badge is nice and smooth. Spotify logo is printed on to perfection. And I also even have a jacket as well. This is one of the training jackets that the players wear. There's a logo there on the right hand side, zipper and everything. They have some badges here, the Nike logo as well. The quality is absolutely, feels real, and also the prices are unbeatable. And if you use the discount code BOY at checkout, you do get an additional 15% off your orders. That's BOY. Use that checkout, you get 15% off your order, and all orders above $80 as well will get free shipping. So what are you waiting for? Top link down in the description down below and get your new football kits today. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past few days. The most intriguing report that's been happening so far in terms of transfer news from Barcelona this summer is the signing of Ilkay Gundogan, which is on the verge of completion. Sport have come out saying the arrival of Ilkay Gundogan is practically closed. He will sign for 2 seasons with the option of another season with a salary of 6 million euros per year, or 12 million gross per year on paper. Cancelo have come out saying that Gundogan has already informed that he wants to join Barcelona. Man City have already started giving up his continuation. So again, Gundogan, more signings that he's going to be joining Barcelona. And also Paul Hurst from the Times in England, who's very close to Man City, he's come out saying that Barcelona are growing confident of signing Ilkay Gundogan on a free transfer in the summer. After a new round of talks recently, they have offered him a 2-year deal with a 1-year option for another year. And finally, Juan Marti from Relivo has come out saying that Ilkay Gundogan is also willing to lower his salary to 6 million euros net in order to join Barcelona. Barcelona is offering him a 2-year deal plus 1-year option, with the player deferring his salary, earning it back in the second year to help with FFP. So Gundogan has agreed to earn, so Barcelona and Gundogan 6 million euro net for 2 years plus 1-year option. In that first year, instead of earning 6, he could, for example, earn 3, and then the second year, that other 3 would transfer the second year and become 9 million per year, which of course, looking at that paper, that's a bit mad, but basically the wages have been agreed, but they can be deferred later on. That way he can fit with financial fair play. I think Barcelona are doing that in order for him not to go out alone, because of course we agreed a loan deal with Inigo Martinez if we don't register him, but Gundogan did not agree to that if we did not register him with FFP. So this is, a way to compensate for that. Nonetheless, I think Gundogan is basically on the verge of completion, and what a signing he would be in my opinion for Barcelona. But his signing, of course, will lead to other, domino effects we will talk about later on in the video. But keep your eyes on Ilkay Gundogan. He is on the verge of joining Barcelona this summer, and that again, Barcelona doing the free agent deals as quickly as possible. Last summer we saw Andreas Christensen and Franck Kessie, and this summer it looks to be Inigo Martinez and also Ilkay Gundogan. So I wouldn't look, too much into Barcelona being linked with other midfielders that are not a pivot, so to speak. So, we get linked to Zubimendi, Amrabat, take a look at those. But reports like this one that's come out recently as well about Matheus Nunes from Mateu Alemany from Renewal. He's come out saying that Barcelona like Wolverhampton Wanderers Matheus Nunes a lot, but his price is currently out of the reach, despite Jorge Mendes being involved. To be fair, I think Matheus Nunes is a decent midfielder, but he's been linked with a lot of top clubs. I've seen him linked with Liverpool, Barcelona, Real Madrid. A lot of top clubs are scouting him, but now Barcelona signing Ilkay Gundogan very, very likely. I wouldn't look into these new reports because we will have a new German midfielder join the club very, very soon. Now, a few days ago, the Barcelona board in Mateu Alemany and Jordi Cruyff met with the sporting directors of Inter Milan. It took place at the Ciutat Esportiva Joan Gamper, and the pictures have been leaked, all sorts of stuff. You're probably wondering why Barcelona met with Inter Milan, and that's because some deals are on the table. Sport came out saying that Marcelo Brozovic, Franck Kessie, Jordi Alba, and Samuel Umtiti are some of the names that have been discussed in the meeting between Barcelona and Inter Milan. Now, a swap deal for Brozovic and Kessie isn't on the table. They discussed single transfers for the player. Jordi Alba was mentioned, Umtiti. According to some reports in Italy, Eric Garcia was mentioned as well. So keep your eyes on this. Of course, we've seen over recent years how Everton bought a lot of our French players, like a Luca Dean, Andre Gomes, Yeremy Mina. I feel like Inter Milan are kind of playing that role as well. They're trying to come in and help out. They want to apparently get Kessie. They're interested in Jordi Alba, and apparently they're very, very interested in Samuel Umtiti. I think out of all these names, Umtiti is the name that has the most, strength at the moment. So keep your eyes on Barcelona and Inter Milan doing some sort of business, whether it's a signing or a sale this summer. Now, one of the priorities for Barcelona this summer is, in fact, to strengthen the right back position. And again, there are multiple names on the table for the Blaugrana to pursue this summer, but no, full pursuit has happened quite yet. Right now, Barcelona only have an interest in some right back, but they have not gone for one quite yet. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo has come out saying that Diego Dalot, Thomas Meunier, Juan Foyth, Jeremy Frimpong, and also Malo Gusto, which I don't know how because Chelsea have already signed him, are the 5 top right backs Barcelona are looking for this summer. Now, from this list, I think the best one, that suits Barcelona the best at the moment is Diego Dalot, but again, he's about to renew his contract with Manchester United. I think Juan Foyth, again, just everything point to him as the ideal signing, but we're probably seeing a name that's missing from here that we have been linked with a lot recently, and that is Joan Cancelo. Now, Sport have come out saying that Barcelona have asked Jorge Mendes to test and explore the possibility of signing Joan Cancelo on loan this summer. If we can salvage a loan deal for Cancelo, oh my days, that's a masterclass. Because you look at it here, look, ready? Frimpong, apparently Leverkusen want around 35-40 million for him. United are interested. Diego Dalot, he's going to renew with United. Foyth, Villarreal wants 60 million release clause or nothing. Thomas Meunier, he's old, he's crap. We can sign him, obviously. Malo Gusto just joined Chelsea. He's on loan from Chelsea to his current club, Lyon. If we can salvage a loan move for Cancelo, with all the other options right now being either at a price or don't fit the mold, that would be brilliant. Just like how Barcelona now are looking at keeping Busquets and maybe signing Sofiane Amrabat instead of bringing in Zubimendi, because again, the price is too high. Same for the right backs that Xavi wants. He wants Foyth, but Foyth's going to be 60 million euros. Cancelo on a loan, I think, could be the deal of the summer. If he flops, he flops. If he does well, he does well. I think if you could put a buy option in there, anything under 50 million euros, that would be golden as well. My only issue is that would Man City loan Cancelo twice? I think the only way they do is that if Pep is adamant, firstly, that he has to leave the squad, and also will other offers come in. Is there any club out there, top club, that needs a right back and that's going to spend 50-60 million euros on Joan Cancelo? To be honest, I don't think that's the case. I think the only way now Cancelo leaves is that if Pep Guardiola is adamant to the Man City board that he has to leave the club this summer. So watch this space on Cancelo. A loan move is on the table. It is a possibility, especially with Jorge Mendes working in the side of Barcelona. But no doubt this summer, the club are going to be looking for a new right back, as Xavi has demanded a signing in that position. Now, along with the right back, another priority for Barcelona this summer is to reinforce the number 9 position to bring in a cover and also competition for Robert Lewandowski. And the main priority for Barcelona in that position is Vitor Roque. Now, we've heard over the past few days how this deal is slowly but surely slipping away from Barcelona. Renewal from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Vitor Roque's father has told the club that the will of the player is to join Barcelona, but he has also demanded them to travel to Brazil and negotiate directly with Atletico. So again, the situation is in Barcelona's hands, but they haven't made that big move, and that is to travel to Brazil and negotiate directly. No intermediates, no phone calls. Of course, when you go directly, it does signal that you mean business. Now, Mateu Alemany from Renewal has come out saying that the Vitor Roque deal is currently not advancing for Barcelona. Despite the player's desire to wear the Blaugrana, negotiations have stopped as a result of the financial difficulties a part of this deal. And also Fabrizio Romano has come out saying that Atletico want around 40 to 45 million euros for Vitor Roque, who remains clear that he wants to join Barcelona, but he wants his future to be clarified by May or June. English clubs are also entering the race if Barcelona's move doesn't materialize. So Vitor Roque, at some point in the next month or two, wants to know what club he'll play for. And to be fair, that's good for the player because he wants to be that club by pre-season, get integrated, all that sort of stuff. That makes perfect sense. But again, he's waiting for Barcelona. If we don't make a move, he will move elsewhere. Barcelona have since these reports have made that move. Raphinha from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona plans to start talks with Atletico for Vitor Roque soon, with the Brazilian side waiting for Barcelona board members to arrive in Brazil. Vitor Roque and Andre Curry, of course the agent, will do every effort to make this transfer happen. Barcelona is also confident that Atletico will consider the specific payment agreement in order to carry out the operation while respecting the player's choice. So essentially, Barcelona are backing on the fact that Vitor Roque wants to move to the club by any means necessary, and they feel like his current club Atletico will have some ease in the financial payment. So essentially, like Fabrizio Romano says here, 40 to 45 million euros, that's what we're going to have to pay in some capacity. So we could do a loan fee 5 million, buy option next summer 40, now you get the 45, or you agree the deal, play in installments over the next 4 years, maybe 11 point whatever each year to get that 45 million euros. So all Barcelona want to avoid is paying 45 million euros directly to Atletico this summer. They want to do it in any other means necessary that, of course, benefit us financially and, of course, comply with the fair play rules in La Liga. So watch this space on Vitor Roque. He is still one of the top priorities for Barcelona this summer, and the club do plan to travel to Brazil to negotiate directly for his signing this summer. Now, if the Vitor Roque deal does not materialize, Barcelona do have a list of alternative options for the signing of Vitor Roque, as the club still want to bring in number 9 to provide cover and competition for Robert Lewandowski, and one of the names on the table right now is Marcus Thuram. And the Pablo Gavi came out saying that Marcus Thuram is one of the players on Barcelona's agenda to reinforce the attack. His father, who of course wants to play for Barcelona, has admitted that both he and his son are tempted by the idea of playing for Barcelona, but there will be a lot of competition to sign him. Of course, he will be a free agent this summer, and Bayern Munich apparently are interested. Of course, Bayern Munich love to get the talents from the Bundesliga, and Marcus Thuram is an option. He probably is the most valuable and best free agent striker available this summer. I don't know if he's the best attacker, but he's definitely up there, and a lot of clubs are looking for a striker, and he is for free. So that's going to be a big consideration. Again, I would take the signing of Thuram if we don't get Vitor Roque, but there is another free or potential free agent striker that Barcelona could attack this summer, and that is, of course, Pierre Emerick-Aubameyang. Renewal have come out saying that Aubameyang has told his entourage that he regrets leaving Barcelona. He wants to re-sign for the club this summer and is willing to make an economic effort to do so, but Chelsea will ask for a small financial compensation, and FFP could prove to be a problem. There is absolutely no way we pay €1 for Aubameyang this summer. He either comes for free or he doesn't come at all. I'd rather get Thuram for free. I'd rather get any other free agent for free. There is no point, and it's not worth it either to spend money to sign Oba. I love Oba. I want him to come back. If we, get Vitor Roque, loan him back to his current club to, reduce the price and all this sort of stuff. If we sign Vitor Roque and there's still an opening at the striker position, I would go for Aubameyang, 1 year free agent deal, sign him up, happy days. Would I pay a dime? Would I pay a single a pence for Aubameyang? The answer is no. He's not worth it, especially with the current situation with FFP and not fitting him in the financial player margins. I understand he's going to take a big salary reduction, and I appreciate that, but paying for Aubameyang is just not worth it whatsoever, especially with him not playing any first team football often or consistently since November. I think since November he's played like 3 games for Chelsea. He's been in and out of the team in training. I think he played a few minutes for Frank Lampard's side over the past weekend, but apart from that, he hasn't played whatsoever. So he's not fully fit as well. He's lacking rhythm. I wouldn't pay anything for him. So if we have to pay for Aubameyang, see you later. Don't do it. But if we don't, I would consider signing this summer for sure. If, of course, the Vitor Roque deal doesn't end up happening. But, of course, the number one priority for Barcelona this summer is the greatest human being to ever touch a football, Lionel Andres Messi. And his move is getting closer and closer to being a reality. Now, firstly, Catalonia Radio have come out saying that Leo Messi has told Xavi that he wants to come back to Barcelona this summer, and Messi has told Xavi that he's willing to resolve all differences with his former teammates at Barcelona in order to return. Apparently, he has still some beef with Ter Stegen, and him and Dembele left off on the wrong foot, something like that. Xavi has told Messi that Barcelona's dressing room now is a family, unlike the situation that he left with back in 2021. Now, also, Catalonia Radio came out saying that whenever Xavi and Messi talk about a Barcelona match, Leo usually speaks in the first-person plural, such as, we won, or we played a good game. They often talk about different things about the club. Leo tells them that he really wants to return. That just makes my heart filled with so much joy. The fact that he says we won, oh we played well, oh how are we doing, how's the team? Like, oh my god, man, just bring him back. We gotta move on before I start crying. Now, Jordi Alba has come out saying that Barcelona has sent La Liga a viable plan for Messi's return at the end of March. So, of course, now we're end of April, at the end of March. They rejected a few points that Barcelona brought up, but Barcelona will soon make a new proposal. La Liga believes Messi has agreed to his return. Internally, the marketing team is already working on his return. The marketing department of La Liga is also working on his return with images of Leo Messi to be able to present to all over the world. So not only is Barcelona's marketing team working on it, but also La Liga as well. So you showed the plan to La Liga that said, this is fine, this needs to be reworked, this is fine. That's what we've gotten so far. Fabrizio Romano has just come out saying as well that if La Liga approves the deal for Messi, Messi will return to Barcelona. So all we're waiting for now is La Liga to approve Messi's return. And what will that happen? Later on today. Today is the assembly for La Liga, where Laporta will present another proposal to bring Messi back to Javier Tebas, which of course will be pending his final approval. And finally, Mateo Morito from Liga has come out saying that Leo Messi dreams of returning to Barcelona, and so does his family. Barcelona's management is trying everything, but they need to get the approval of La Liga first. And also, Le Parisien in France as well have said that Messi's contract renewal with PSG, contract renewal talks, should I say, have broken down. Talks are now completely off the table. So again, all roads are pointing to Messi's return. All we have to do now is wait for La Liga's green light. Once the green light comes, Messi, here we go. He will return. Again, we're hearing now that his kids have been unenrolled from Paris schools, have been enrolled into Barcelona schools. All of a sudden, like, it's all pointing at Messi's return. And I cannot stop thinking about this. I mean, the fact that he said that we won and we played well when he talks to Xavi just makes me want to cry tears of joy. Again, I think, imagine, we could be, beginning of June, we could have already signed Inigo Martinez, Ilkay Gundogan, and Leo Messi. 3 strong reinforcements to the squad already when the transfer window hasn't even opened yet. This will be a monumental moment for Barcelona. The atmosphere, the togetherness in the Culé fan base will be huge, but the expectations for next season will be huge as well, and that's what we want. Keep your eyes on Messi's return. It will be happening 100%. I'm so confident it will happen. All we are waiting for now is the green light from La Liga. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past few days. First up, of course, are the 3 main attackers who have been rumored to leave Barcelona for months now: Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, and Raphinha. Luis Rojo from Marca has come out saying that Barcelona's idea is to sell one of Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, or Raphinha this summer, of course, with the inclusion of Vitor Roque or another number 9, and also the possible return of Lionel Messi. Someone will have to leave, because right now we have 5 attackers. You want to have 6 to have 3 starters, 3 on the bench. If you bring in the 6 Vitor Roque and Messi, you have 1 more, so you got to sell 1 to have a balanced squad and also balance the financial fair play aspect of the margins. Now, if I could pick one to sell, it'd be Ferran Torres. I think we can probably all unanimously agree on that, but his exit is actually probably the most difficult out of the 3, because he still have 40 million euros left to amortize from his transfer fee, so the only way he can leave is a loan deal. But again, all roads at the moment, I hate to say it, does point to Ansu Fati. With Raphinha, the thing that benefits Raphinha the most is that firstly we just signed him, and secondly the coaching staff backs him a lot. But Raphinha has been getting some criticism over the past few days after his rage when he got subbed off against Getafe, and Fernando Polo from Deportivo came out saying that the Barcelona coaches and several of his teammates were upset with Raphinha's attitude after he was subbed off against Getafe. The coaches think that it is against the idea of the family, which they want to focus on the group and not individuals, and it's not for the first time this happened as well. He showed it against Manchester United and against Girona as well. In one of the training sessions as well, Raphinha was working very hard and kicked some of his teammates. Xavi warned him that he wants to see such intensity in matches, and the players got angry. Raphinha is moving mad, lads. He's busted and bruising in training, and on the pitch he's absolutely shite. So I think he's safe, honestly. I think the fact that Xavi backs him so much, and the fact that we just signed him and that we pulled, we suffered we gave up kidneys and arms for him last summer. I don't think the club want to give up on him quite yet. But again, the roads at the moment are pointing to Ansu Fati. Sport have come out saying that from Barcelona, they admit that the possible sale of Ansu Fati in the summer has been contemplated. Interesting offers have been received by Jorge Mendes, which will be studied by all parties once the season ends. And Cat Radio have come out saying that from the dressing room, they're already aware and are beginning of assuming that the departure of Ansu Fati in the summer is more than a real possibility. Now, Ansu Fati over the past weekend played his 100th game for Barcelona. He had the shirt on in the training session yesterday morning. He put out a nice post. Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya. Look, if I were to bet who were to leave, let's go back to the 3 picture. If I were to bet at the 3 who would leave, I think it would be Ansu. But if you told me right now, gun to your head, prediction, I would predict that Barcelona will let Franck Torres leave on loan. That's what I think will happen. We'll loan him out, buy option for 40 million euros to whoever wants him, really. Probably, I think Atletico Madrid or something like that. Maybe a mid-table club in the Premier League, like Arsenal. I said mid-table Arsenal in the top of the league. I meant like a mid-level squad. My bad. I'm not slating on Arsenal there. So I think Ferran Torres would be a great addition to Arsenal. You can put some more squad depth. You can play the number 9, left and right. And of course, I think Raphinha is at least out of the 3, but it's going to be very, very interesting to see who does go. With Messi, a green light from La Liga away from returning to Barcelona, one of these forwards will have to leave. And again, the huge question right now is who and how much. Now, a player that Barcelona will 100% get rid of this summer, but I'm hoping and praying they can get a fee for him to improve the squad, is, of course, Sergino Dest. It has been confirmed by basically everyone now, Ben Aid, who's very close to Dest, and also Fabrizio Romano, that AC Milan will not execute their buy option for Dest. But now Barcelona are a bit worried that getting rid of Dest this summer won't be easy. It will actually be very difficult. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that Sergio Dest's situation worries Barcelona. He went on loan to AC Milan with the aim of playing regular and revoluting himself in the market, but he's not played for 3 months now. Milan will neither execute the buy option nor request another loan. His last match was on January 24th. Since then, he's not been on the field for Milan due to muscular problems, unknown injuries, and of course the issues in training. Barcelona have tried to gather information. They want to sell him at a good price or put him in an exchange operation, but now it is a difficult task. So the club wanted to either sell him or include him in a player operation, Dest plus 20 million for Juan Foyth, for example, hypothetically speaking. But now, since Dest hasn't played since January, they have no reason why he hasn't trained. There's no, reports on his injury. It makes it difficult. We paid 25 million for him. By the way, shout out Dest, man. He's the one who blew up my channel, so I got a soft spot in my heart for Dest. But he is washed. He's not good enough for Barcelona. But we paid 25 million for him. If we sell him, we have to get double digits for him, whether it's 10 million, 11, 12, blah, blah, blah. If we get 9, 8, we're we're getting finessed beyond belief. I just hope that we can sell him. If the loan is the only option, then fine, I understand it, but we've got to start selling some of these frame players that we kept loading out last summer. We have Collado coming back, Nico, Umtiti, Lenglet, the list goes on, Abde, of course. So it's time now, I think, to start selling players and only loaning the players that only have loan options. You know, if we can sell Dest for 5 million, whatever, I'd rather take that than loan him, but I think we should be fighting for at least 10 million euros. So we'll wait and see what happens with Dest. Again, the club want to get rid of him by all means necessary, but his exit will be difficult this summer. Now, a player who has been rumored to leave the club this summer if he doesn't accept a wage reduction is Jordi Alba. Of course, in the beginning of the video, we talked about that rumor with Inter Milan, and Roger Talor from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona would offer Jordi Alba to leave the club in the summer if he does not agree to lower his salary. His current contract ends in 2024. Now, I've seen a lot of these rumors about Jordi Alba. Oh, he has to reduce his salary, or he has to leave, all this sort of stuff. I think this is Barcelona putting pressure on Jordi Alba to accept a wage reduction, but Jordi Alba has already said on multiple occasions in multiple interviews with Marca, Mundo Deportivo, Sport, Onda Cero, wherever he's done his interviews, that the club just asked him to reduce his salary, he will. So I think in the end, Jordi Alba will end up staying with a reduced salary, but it's quite clear right now that if he does not reduce his salary, Barcelona will force his exit. Contract termination, which Javi Miguel said is not ruled out. Player sale, loan, swap deal, whatever the case may be, the club will get rid of Jordi Alba this summer if he stays on his current wages. If he does not take the salary reduction, he could secure a spot in Barcelona's next season squad. Now, a player who will most likely leave the club this summer but will assess his future at the end of the season is, of course, Pablo Torre, who I'd say right now 90% chance he will leave on loan this upcoming summer. Now, Mundo Deportivo have come out saying that Rangers are attentive to Pablo Torre's situation, but right now Pablo Torre remains focused on the end of the season with Barcelona in the best possible way and is confident of having more minutes in the final stretch of the season. Hopefully he's right, because I think he deserves some minutes at this point. But on Rangers, I mean, do we really want Pablo Torre going to Scotland? Like, let's be honest. I would rather loan Pablo Torre to a team in La Liga. Again, lower opposition to, you know, actually, no, not Cadiz. Like a Mallorca or a Girona or maybe even a Osasuna. Apparently Osasuna want all of our players. They want Chadria, they want Estania. So I would consider Pablo Torre a loan move to a mid-table La Liga club. I would consider other leagues as well, but I think the most important thing for Pablo Torre is that he has to be guaranteed first team minutes. I don't want, you know, him like Dest go out on loan and just sit on the bench for the entire season. I'd rather him just play for Barcelona B than do that. So hopefully Pablo Torre picks the right loan move. But again, he's still very adamant right now that he wants to stay in the squad for next season. But once the signings come in, you know, Gundogan shows up, Sofiane Amrabat, whoever the case may be, Messi, because they're probably going to play Messi as a midfielder, all this sort of stuff. Once that starts to come in, once preseason comes out and he realizes that he's not going to get that many minutes, I think he'll open up more to a loan move, which I think will be the best case scenario for both parties. So we'll wait and see what happens. Again, Barcelona have big hopes of Pablo Torre for the future. Xavi pushed for his signing a lot last summer, but again, he'll probably spend next season outside of Barcelona. Now, a player that Barcelona initially did not want to sell this summer, but are now reconsidering it, is the sale of Franck Kessie. Now, Javi Miguel from AES has come out saying that Franck Kessie's stay next season is not guaranteed. He has the full confidence of the coaching staff. So the coaching staff, Xavi, etc., Oscar and Sergio Allegri, they all want Kessie to stay. But his sale can be used to generate FFP if Ilkay Gundogan and Lionel Messi are signed. His future right now is completely open, and the starting price for his sale this summer could be around 25 to 30 million euros. Couple things. I personally wouldn't sell for Franck Kessie. Again, I think right now he have a good value this summer. We brought him in for free. Selling him for 30 million would be absolutely fantastic. But I kind of understand the club. You know, he's gonna be a bench, a squad role player next season. He's not going to be a starter. He'll be in and out. He'll have his moment. If he capitalizes on that, then fair enough to him. We've seen a lot this season how Xavi really doesn't favor Franck Kessie in important games where a lot of the technical aspects are going to be important. He thinks that Kessie is not that good on the ball, which to be fair, he's not wrong. But I think Kessie's best attributes are, you know, pressing, getting stuck in behind, making runs forward. It's the tricky one. I think if the offer comes in, we'll take a look at it. I think right now, you know, you hear the rumors about Tottenham Hotspur being interested. Both AC Milan and Inter Milan are interested in Franck Kessie as well. A lot of clubs in Italy still fond of him. So keep your eyes on Kessie. I think if an offer comes in 30 million plus, the club will probably take it. And to be fair, I don't blame them. So we'll wait and see on Franck Kessie. Again, he's not untouchable, but if a good offer does come in, the club will study it. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of Lamine Yamal, the new gem and the current gem of La Masia, who the club have a lot of hopes for the future. Firstly, Sport have come out saying that due to Lamine Yamal's enormous quality, many teams have shown interest in him, but Jorge Mendes has assured Barcelona that he will stay. Barcelona presented Lamine Yamal a plan which convinces him, and he already has, of course, started training with the first team this season. Mundo Deportivo have come out saying that it is not ruled out that Lamine Yamal makes his first team debut before the end of the season. Xavi is clear that the future will go through him, and his renewal is advanced. He has been training with the first team regularly over recent weeks. And finally, Sport again came out saying there are no complaints at Barcelona with Lamine Yamal. They understand that he had his indisciplinary action with the Spain under 2017 squad due to some immaturity. His attitude with the team and coaches is positive. He pays attention to learning and is never conflicted. Again, he just returned from his disciplinary suspension. He got 2 goals and an assist. We don't know the exact details of this disciplinary action. It'll probably come out later on in his career when he's in his mid-20s, maybe early 20s at best, because he'll probably do well for Barcelona, for another team, and I'll come back to bite him in the arse. So we don't know the exact details of that, but again, Lamine Yamal's renewal for Barcelona is very, very important, and he is close to signing his first professional contract with the Blaugrana. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of the first team captain of the club, Sergio Busquets, and again, his renewal is being rumored to be linked with the return of Lionel Messi. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that Busquets knows that he cannot wait for Operation Messi to finalize to give the definitive answer about his continuation. The renewal offer is on the table for quite some time now, and his plan is to give a response ASAP. So now Busquets is starting to realize that he just can't wait for Messi to decide his future. He will have to make the decision on his own. And Fernando Polo from Deportivo came out saying that everything indicates that Sergio Busquets will extend his contract with a very low salary because he's convinced that Leo Messi will return. They have been playing their careers together, and they may even later go to the MLS or Saudi Arabia together. So apparently Busquets, he's gonna risk it for the biscuit, and he thinks that Messi will return, and he's gonna end up renewing his contract. If he doesn't, I guarantee the reports will come out. Oh, Busquets, wish he stay waiting a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. So Busquets, the renewal offer, of course, 1 year deal with the 1 year option for another year, 7 million euros per year net. So he's gonna be earning a bit more than Ilkay Gundogan, which is a bit mad. So again, Busquets is on course to renew his contract as he suspects that Leo Messi will make his return this summer. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of the best left back in Barcelona and probably Spain, Alejandro Balde. Sport have come out saying that Barcelona's offer to extend Alejandro Balde's contract is until 2027, and Jorge Mendes has promised to sign the renewal before June the 30th, with negotiations expected to close in the coming weeks. Thank God, thank God. How, again, this was not done in December, beginning of January is beyond me. But we'll set it aside. Apparently, Jorge Mendes has promised Barcelona that they will renew before June the 30th. They're now just going over the details of the contract, the numbers, and all that sort of stuff. But no doubt in my mind that Alejandro Balde will renew his contract with Barcelona, 4-year deal, plus of course the €1 billion release clause. And the final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. Fernando Polo from Deportivo came out saying that detailed negotiations to extend Ousmane Dembele's contract beyond 2024 have not taken place yet, but Barcelona are aware that he is a priority for the club, and of course the club want him to stay, so there is no rush. Xavi considers him essential for the present and future of the sporting project. So Barcelona are going to risk it for the biscuit and think that, oh, Dembele, he wants to stay, we want him to stay, let's not worry about it. Of course, from the month of July and August, Dembele will have a €50 million release clause, which of course any club in the world can activate, and then in the end, it'll come down to his decision. But of course, in order to prevent that, the club will have to renew his contract before June the 30th. Let's wait and watch this space. I think we may see a couple of weeks with Dembele having that €50 million release clause, and I think a club will probably activate it, and the question will come down to Dembele whether or not he wants to leave or stay. But again, it's a big risk game from Barcelona. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Again, there's no doubts that the club want to keep him. Dembele wants to stay. That's also been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano as well. The question now is, when will Barcelona officially begin negotiation? I think right now they have other things on their plate. Messi signing, Balde renewal, Busquets renewal, Lamine Yamal renewal as well. So wait and see on them boost. But again, the club are very confident that he will stay for the next few years and they will end up renewing his contract. Let's now take a look at some of the players who have been rumored to be staying at Barcelona for next season. First one is Abde. This for me is absolutely huge. Luis Rojo from Marca came out saying that Abde will return to Barcelona this summer. He will be a first team player and he will replace one of Ferran, Ansu, or Raphinha in the squad. At least one of them will be sold to make the cash. Those will leave dependent on the offers they receive. The club will not sell unless they have an offer of more than 20 million euros for Abde. So the club have made their final decision that Abde will be part of the first team next season, and this has also been confirmed by Gabriel Sanz Mundo Deportivo. He's come out saying that Barcelona have decided to keep Abde. Only an astronomical offer would change that decision. Another loan will not be considered. Xavi wants to keep him. Now I go back to what I said earlier when we're talking about Ansu, Ferran, and Raphinha. You know, we currently have 5 forwards. You gotta bring in Messi, maybe Vitor Roque. You gotta sell one, but now Abde's coming back. I would not be surprised if we see now 2 of Ansu Fati, Ferran, and Raphinha leave. And we're looking right now at Ansu Fati and Ferran. I think a loan for Ferran, sale for Ansu Fati, you bring in Abde, you bring in Messi, bish bash bosh, bada bing, bada boom. But again, that's not going to be easy. I think that we will receive an offer for Abde. I think we will receive a big offer. I think we'll receive an offer of around 20-25 million euros. And I think the club, in that case, might have to cash in on him. So watch this space. Again, the club are going to keep him. He's part of the first team next season, barring, of course, an astronomical offer that arrives at the club's front doors. Now, another player who Xavi has requested that he stays at the club this summer is Eric Garcia. Having Miguel from AES, who of course is very close to Xavi, has come out saying that Eric Garcia will not leave Barcelona this summer. The decision has been made and Xavi is counting on him for next season. His place is 100% guaranteed in the squad. However, he will no longer play as a center back. His role has changed and he will be a defensive midfielder replacing Sergio Busquets. So Miguel is saying that either Eric Garcia will be a backup to Busquets or he will be a replacement for Busquets if we sign someone else, Amrabat or Zubimendi or Brozovic or whoever the case may be. That for me is crazy. Now, I understand Xavi's point of view. You know, he's Spanish, he's from the La Masia, his passing is great. We have too many center backs. He can also play a center back if needs be. He's an intelligent player as well. I think just defensive aspect of the game just needs improvement. I have no problem with this decision. Of course, he's on already low salaries. He's worth nothing in the market. Let's be honest. We can probably sell him for what, like 10, 15 million if we're lucky. So I have no problem keeping Eric Garcia as a squad player, but then that leaves the door for Marcos Alonso. Why is he still here? Why did he renew his contract? Apparently Inter Milan are interested in Alonso. If they are interested, bloody hell, sell him and get some money for him. That would be absolutely fantastic. And again, you have Jordi Alba, who's still gnawing over a salary reduction. So watch this space with Eric Garcia. I think if we do make maybe more reinforcements in defense, he could end up leaving. If we sign a right back, they can also play at center back. Maybe that will push Eric Garcia out the door. But for now, Xavi wants Eric Garcia as part of his squad for next season. Now, a player that will 100% be staying at Barcelona and his exit will not even be contemplated this summer is, of course, Pablo Gavi, who has been rumored to leave Barcelona a lot in the media to Bayern Munich and to Chelsea. Catalonia Radio came out saying that Chelsea are ready to offer Gavi a huge salary and a big sign-on bonus. They want to sign him this summer. Apparently Chelsea are going to bring in Luis Enrique as their new manager just to sign Gavi and then, you know, sack Enrique after that probably. Apparently they were talking to his agent Eva de la Peña, who's also the agent of Luis Enrique, and Gavi as well. This isn't the case. The club are going to keep him. All this stuff about, you know, he can leave for free is true, but the club will not let that happen. Mateu Alemany confirmed, I believe, before the match against Getafe that Gavi is going to stay. His registration will not be a problem this summer whatsoever. So don't listen to this crap about, oh, Chelsea going to go in for him. Oh, Bayern Munich going to offer him a big salary, big sign-on bonus because he'll be available for free. England saying, oh, Gavi's going to be free this summer. Who do you think he'll join? All crap. Gavi se queda. Let's now take a look at some of the news surrounding Barcelona over the past few days. Now, I want to go through all the nitty-gritty rumors that have been coming out, mainly about Barcelona finding different avenues for revenues, both, to generate revenue for the squad and generate revenue for financial fair play as well, and also some other news surrounding Barcelona as well in terms of decision making for Espai Barca and other things as well that we'll talk about. Now, firstly, Mundo Deportivo have come out saying that Joan Laporta, Eduardo Romeu, Mateu Alemany, and others are working very hard to provide a feasible plan to La Liga to be able to register the new contracts of Gavi, Araujo, Alonso, and Roberto, and also consider new signings for next season. Barcelona contemplate lowering the salary of players like Busquets and Alba, and also departures of players. The reduction will not only apply to the football team, there is also the possibility of selling 24% of Barcelona Studios, which bring around 100 million euros as well. There is a La Liga assembly, of course, later on today, and Barcelona want to arrive at the meeting with their homework done. Hopefully that is the case. And again, we are hearing more reports that Barcelona will lower the salaries of not only the Barcelona first team, but everywhere. Basketball, women's team, floor hockey, all these other sports that we're also involved in. Apparently there'll be a mass salary reduction in terms of everyone. We'll have to wait and see on that. Now, on the La Liga meeting happening today, again, the assembly will be taking place where Joan Laporta wants to explain the Negreira case and defend Barcelona's honorability and address how some of the clubs have promoted a campaign against them. He also wants to confront Javier Tebas and ask him to stop making statements about Barcelona. But of course, Laporta will have to choose his words wisely, because he wants Javier Tebas to approve the Messi transfer as well, which hopefully will be taking place tomorrow as well. The second plan will be presented to Javier Tebas, and he will see whether or not the financial capabilities of Messi is possible to register him, of course, for La Liga. There are reports saying that Javier Tebas wants to return of Messi back for, viewership, sponsorships, revenues for La Liga as well, because of course they're in the mud alongside us. So we'll wait to see on that. The big thing about today is going to be that assembly, so watch this space, watch the news, follow me on Twitter, follow everyone on all the Barcelona accounts on Twitter, because it's going to be mad. We're going to have reports about what happened in that meeting, and hopefully be benefiting Barcelona in the news. Now, back on the salary issue at Barcelona, Juan Martinez come out saying that from the environment of several players who were signed last summer, they assured that they see no point in lowering their salaries. They have already signed under some conditions, being aware of the financial difficulties of the club. That's a great point. The players that we've signed since Laporta has come in, so Aguero, Eric, Emerson, Depay, Raphinha, Koundé, Lewandowski, Kessie, Christensen, Alonso, Bellerin, all these players. I probably forgot someone. If I did, I'm very, very sorry. All these players, Ferran Torres, all these players signed their wages with the difficulty of the club understood. So a lot of their salaries are lower than the transfer market, and a lot of them are dependent on variables as well: games played, goals, assists, clean sheets, whatever the case may be. So I understand that. I think the players like Busquets, Jordi Alba, Frankie de Jong, Ter Stegen, who are earning these big wages flat, guaranteed, are the ones that have to reduce their wages. Now, Luis Rojo from Marca has come out saying that the first team wage bill is at a fine rate. Alemany reduced it. Losses 200 million euros are the problem. Hence, Barcelona work to reduce expenses and generate more income. All athletes and people in other areas will reduce their wages, plus soaring new sponsorship incomes as well. So again, mass reduction. The janitor, the cleaning lady, the cooks, the chefs, they're all going to get a salary reduction apparently. Also, this is the viable plan Barcelona will forward to La Liga. It is key in registering players like Araujo and Gavi. Of course, the release of Griezmann's salary and amortization, Piqué's exit, and Busquets' contract expiring is why the main team wage bill isn't too high. Again, Alemany already confirmed this earlier in January that the club right now need to reduce the wage bill by 200 million euros. But 100 million of that's already gone with Piqué's salary off, and also Antoine Griezmann's wages being amortized as well. So already halfway through, and I have no doubt the club will be getting that wage bill down to the perfect number that they need to, of course, benefit Barcelona this summer in the transfer market. Another way to do it, of course, is to sell players and, of course, promote within. We might see that with Lamine Yamal and Gabriel Sanz. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona plans to strengthen the academy, giving players more time with the first team. The club wants to avoid players leaving by signing them with contracts that guarantee promotion to the first team, and the first example of that could be Lamine Yamal, where Barcelona see a player that's so talented that they will include a clause in their contract that guarantees them promotion to the first team. So we'll wait and see on that. And again, the club, besides from the squad itself, have to earn revenue from other streams outside the club's facility, and one of those options, of course, is playing friendly matches. Now, Roger Delor from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona currently doesn't rule out playing a friendly on the weekend of the Copa del Rey final. There's a gap of 12 days between the last league game against Osasuna on May the 12th and the derby against Espanyol on May the 14th, and the club could capitalize. I don't know about this, I'm trying to relegate Espanyol. They are on the verge of relegation. If we beat them in that game, we could send them to the Segunda. I don't want a friendly in the middle being risked of injuries or anything like that. If we're going to play the whole entire second team, then fine. You want to play Pablo Torre and Alonso and Garcia and whatever or not, then that's fine. But again, I understand why the club want to, capitalize on that opportunity. I think we should go somewhere, go to probably one of the Asian countries. You can probably get the most revenue there because there's a lot of fans there. So a wait and see on that. But also, of course, if you do remember in the preseason, we're going to go to America. That's already been confirmed now. Dates and stuff are still pending in cities as well. But we also always end the season, the preseason off, should I say, with the Joan Gamper Trophy, which always takes place, of course, at the Camp Nou. We invite a team over, play a little friendly, start off the season, bish bash bosh. But we are moving, of course, from the Camp Nou. We're going to be going to the Mojica Stadium, the Olympic Stadium in Catalonia. Another club are considering other avenues and also arenas for the Joan Gamper Trophy. Catalonia Radio have come out saying that Barcelona is considering playing a game abroad next summer for the Joan Gamper Trophy, and Basel is one of the home locations being discussed. The board is yet to make a final decision on this matter. So, of course, the club want to, generate as much money they want if they can. They want to capitalize on all the revenue, so they want to go to a different stadium that holds more people to earn more money to host a Joan Gamper. Never thought to see the day, but this could be a possibility. Will Barcelona fans get there? Probably not. I think this will be a game that all the FC Basel fans are supposed to be Joan Gamper away day, which is gonna be crazy. But of course, we will wait and see. Now, in terms of the home games, of course, Camp Nou, I think the final home game will be against Real Sociedad. I will be there for the league game. I'm very, very excited. But of course, we've seen over the past big games at the Camp Nou against Real Madrid, the 2 games in the Cup and the League, we didn't have a mosaic, which of course I love seeing. But now it's time we're going to have a mosaic for the Atletico Madrid game, which I think is absolutely madness. Edu Polo from Deportivo came out saying that there will be a special mosaic for the Barcelona Atletico game to promote the use of Catalan. The match on St. Jordi is one of the chosen to launch the campaign with the UFEC, which Barcelona and the main clubs in Catalan will collaborate with. So there's going to be a mosaic for the Atletico Madrid game, which, to be honest, the attendance right now isn't looking that great. We're kind of shite, but we do have to win that game. I expect maybe under 9,000 will show up, maybe 85, 80 at most. I really miss the mosaic for the Clásicos, man. That's so annoying, but you know what? The mosaic will back, the pictures, the graphics will absolutely look beautiful, so stay tuned for that. Now, also, the way Barcelona can earn some money as well is by La Liga, which of course La Liga have been, filing complaints over us, unregistering players, all that sort of stuff. And Barcelona actually won one of their case. Diario ARA have come out saying that Barcelona have won a battle against Tebas. Barcelona have been given the right to appeal La Liga's penalty for exceeding Christensen's salary. Thus, the club will not have to pay a fine of 216,000 euros. So again, Barcelona avoided a fine by showing some proof because Javier Tebas just likes to snake us. So that's going to be great. And finally, of course, despite, us trying to earn some revenue, there's going to be some moments where you're going to have to pay some fees for some players because variables now are being executed. And one of the variables that has already been executed is Jules Koundé's variable. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona will have to pay Sevilla a bonus of almost 2.5 million euros if Koundé plays one more game this season for the team, because he would have appeared in 60% of all of Barcelona's games this season. If he wasn't injured, he would have already passed that. The question now is, do we bench Koundé for the rest of the season to save that 2.5 million euros? Probably not. We're going to end up paying that to Sevilla. And again, that's the price you pay for having variables in your deal. Of course, Lewandowski, you have to pay a fee for him getting a certain amount of goals, I believe. I think it's 30 goals. He's on 27 now, so 3 more goals. We'll watch that space on that. But again, probably variables for Raphinha will come in if we win the league. Christensen maybe, and Kessie, of course, personal variables, not to their clubs because they left for free, but something to look out for Barcelona this summer. Now, one of the main ways for Barcelona to earn revenue at the club is, of course, with the sales in merchandise, more simply, of course, kits, and of course the new kit for next season will be coming out, so Barcelona have to make the kit very, very good and also sign players for the sale prices to be at an all-time high. And Foyth headlines have come out saying that the 2023-2024 home kit for Barcelona will have at least 2 unique diamond details to honor the women's team, Barcelona Femení, and their long journey to becoming part of the football club. The first unique feature is the crest with a hidden shimmering diamond shape on the badge. They have a concept there on the right hand side. So Barcelona are going to be having a little diamond on their home kit for this for next season. Of course, the away kit, the white kit, will be the 1970 Barcelona badge, And this home kit will have a little bit of a diamond to, of course, honor the women's team. And also, they've done very, very well over the past few years. And now, of course, they're part of the club's long-term history. And also, the logos of the Nike and Spotify with the numbers as well will be white. I am a bit disappointed by that. I was hoping it was going to be gold. I think the kit will look so much better if the number and letter rings were gold. You're probably wondering, oh, where's the full kit? We've always seen like this the shoulder shot over the recent months, but now the full kit has leaked yesterday, and this is how it will look. Honestly, my honest opinion, it looks, generic. It looks basic. It's basic. It's not crap. It's not great. Like, it's better than the kit that we had 2 seasons ago, the one for the 2020-2021. No, the 2021-2022, sorry, the one that we signed, Aubameyang, Adama, and so it's okay. Like, I'm not gonna be drooling over it like I was in Messi's last season. That home kit, that was fuego. The black kit as well, the pink kit was decent as well. And that was probably the best season we had for kids. It's not that great, but it's not very, very crap like from last season that we had. So I like it. I think it would have leveled up way better if the Spotify logo, the sponsorship, the Nike symbol were all gold, I think, or maybe like a light gold. I think that would have been great. I like how the sleeves combine here on the shoulder on the right hand side. The blue red stripes for, of course, Blaugrana. Overall, I like it. It's decent. Let me know in the comments down below your rating on the new home kit for next season. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys some injury updates starting the first team at Barcelona. Of course, we currently have 4 key players out injured: Christensen, Pedri, Frenkie de Jong, and Ousmane Dembele. And we have gotten a big update. Of course, you've probably seen the images over the past few days on Barcelona social media that Frenkie de Jong, Pedri, and Dembele have returned to training. And Miguel from AES has come out saying that Frenkie de Jong and Pedri are set to start this Sunday against Atletico Madrid, but Ousmane Dembele is practically ruled out of the game. I cannot believe we've been begging for these players to come back, and the moment that they're fit, we're going to start them. I am very, very worried about that. Again, the club have waited, until they're absolutely 1000% fit. So again, Frenkie de Jong and Pedri are set to start this weekend against Atletico Madrid. Now, Ousmane Dembele, Fernando Polo from Deportivo came out saying that the Barcelona coaching staff and doctors are confident that Ousmane Dembele will be able to return against Rayo Vallecano midweek next week or against Betis next weekend. Again, he's back in light training right now, so by the Atletico Madrid game passes by, he should be back hopefully in the squad, I think, for Rayo Vallecano, maybe starting the match against Real Betis. My God, if we miss Dembele, he's been out now for 3 or 4 months. When he went down injured against Girona, I wasn't surprised whatsoever, but his return is close. And also, Andreas Christensen will return at some stage at this point as well, either against Vallecano midweek, Betis, worst case scenario, against Osasuna on May the 12th. But one player who is officially ruled out for the rest of the season is, of course, Sergio Roberto. I repeat, the hamstring injury against Getafe. Miguel from AS came out saying that Sergio Roberto will be out for 5-6 weeks with a hamstring injury, and his season is practically over. Again, the season will end in 5-6 weeks. Could he play the last game of the season against Celta Vigo away? Maybe. Will he play against Sociedad in that final home game? Maybe, but let's be honest, his season is practically over. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past few days. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to firstly, of course, is on the possible return of Lionel Messi. Do you think La Liga will get the green light for his return or not? Secondly, your thoughts on the Vitor Roque operation. What would you do? How would you approach it? How much would you spend? Thirdly, your thoughts on Barcelona signing Ilkay Gundogan. Your thoughts on his details of his deal, and would you have signed him or not? On those sales as well, who would you sell? Ansu, Raphinha, Ferran, maybe even Franck Kessie? And what are your thoughts on Barcelona trying to reduce the salary margin? And how do you think that La Liga meeting assembly will be going later on today? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.